Get ready, everyone. All-Star action is coming your way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This place is going to go crazy. Next up is the three-point contest where tonight one NBA sharpshooter will add his name to a trophy that contains a who's who of the best long-range bombers in league history.
Well, right next to me, I've got somebody who knows a thing or two about winning this event. So tell us what it takes to do just that, Steve.
Well, I did win the event once, Clark, in '97, and it really is a matter of finding a rhythm. The game comes so fast, the shots are coming one after the other. You've got to get into a groove, get into a rhythm, and then just let it ride.
He has 60 seconds to make as many shots from behind the arc as he can. And Clark, as you know, there's a money ball in each of the 5 racks worth double. That's 25 shots to get a maximum of 30.
And the corner threes are only 22 feet, but the other three-point stations are 23 feet 9 inches. So those are the longest shots.
And to me, the corner shot is the easiest of any of them. So it's important to get off to a quick start here from that corner spot. Maybe get 5 or 6 quick points.
7 points.
He better get it in gear here. He's taking a little bit too much time. Got to pick up his pace now.
He gets all the way up to 21 points. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
Yeah, it was a terrific start. He was feeling it from the get-go.
And so here's Curry now.
You look at the numbers through the first part of his career, and there's a legitimate case that Steph Curry will go down as maybe the best shooter in the history of the NBA.
Well, like they say, Steve, and it's true, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So it's essential that a player keeps a fast pace and gets to all 25 balls before the buzzer.
Yeah, and it's really a balance, Clark, because you can't race through them either. If you do, you're going to fall out of your rhythm. So it's a fine line between being focused and being quick, and you've got to find that balance. Curry really catching fire now. He's in the zone.
12 for him. That's 13. 1 rack left. He's got 16. 17 on the board. Kept up a great pace right there. He even left some time on the clock. A total of 17 points that he'll take away from that round. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
And so we'll see Brandon Knight.
You know, I feel like guys sometimes start to drift off mentally deep in a round. How about you, Steve? Did you ever find your focus slipping away as you got to the last couple of racks?
Yeah, I think my first couple of years, by the 3rd rack, I started thinking about popcorn or, maybe where I was going to go to dinner later.
That's 7. Can't get the money ball. Now 8 points. 9 points. Down to the final rack. He's got 10. He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Yeah, he was totally inconsistent out there. We always talk about guys getting into a rhythm in this event, and he just never was able to do that.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant.
A lot of people wondered how Durant would play when he first came into the league, whether he'd be a 3 or a 4. That doesn't really matter what position he is. He can play any spot because he's got incredible touch and great range.
The importance of getting into a rhythm early can't be understated. I mean, it's not a make one, miss one kind of deal. You need to get on the roll.
Yeah, that's correct, Clark. There's going to be ebbs and flows during the contest, but I think the winner will always string together at least one run where he makes 5 or 6 in a row, preferably with a couple of money balls involved there as well.
He's made all 4 money balls.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch.
Hits for 15. He comes away with a total of 15 points. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go.
J.J. Redick, a terrific shooter, shot over 40% from distance in his career at Duke. And in the NBA, that accuracy has continued. A player who has to be accounted for at all times.
The two-point balls can be the make or break factor in this event. Was hitting the money ball something that you thought about during the course of a round, Steve, or was it just another shot for you?
No, it was critical, Clark, and I always tried to take just a split second longer on those money balls just to make sure I held the follow-through, held my focus on the rim before moving on to the next round.
5 points more to stay in it.
11 on the board. Money ball, no good.
4 more points to stay alive.
12 for him. And with that, he's not going to advance.
Couldn't get enough through in the first few racks.
Yeah, you've got to develop a rhythm, and he just couldn't get anything.
He's got 12 points to show for his efforts there. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, you know, in this format, once it goes wrong, sometimes the harder a player tries, the worse it gets. And you only have a few seconds to correct it, and he can get away from you quick.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so difficult, Clark, because as you said, the time constraints start to play on your mind. You know, you hear that clock ticking in your head, and you force it. And when you force it, there's no way you're going to get into a good groove.
So it'll be Chandler Parsons here. It can be a big advantage going last. He knows the score he needs to beat in order to qualify. He only needs to break 15 points to move on. Here we go. He's got to focus here. He's got to be good. Not great, but just good enough. He's got to close out with some makes. He's up to 7. And Clark, he's out.
Not enough to make the next round, Kevin.
Yeah, that's it. It's academic from here.
He's sitting at just 9 points as the round comes to an end. There was just something off about him in that round.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He was all over the place, just could never get it going, never seemed to settle down.
Well, that's the thing about this contest. Sometimes you want to stop, take a breath, and collect yourself, but you never have the time to do it.
Adams has got the bars set pretty high for himself in the finals. And for pulling away the competition in the first round, guys.
With the strong group we have moving on to the finals, I'm expecting a very competitive last round.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I'd be surprised if this doesn't go all the way down to the last rack.
So here's Durant now. He squeaked into this round with the lowest qualifying score so far. He's the first one to go in this one.
KD stepping up and knocking them all down.
He's up to 7. 8 points. 2 racks to go. 11 on the board.
And Durant really starting to light it up now, guys.
Not just 13. Can't get the money ball.
Finishing strong.
Now 14. Now to 15. At 16. He gets his tally up to 16 points. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Well, the key was he was consistent, Kevin. He didn't really get too hot, but he never got cold. And that's important. You've just got to continue to shoot through the ups and downs.
And so it'll be Stephen Curry. Well, back to Curry. What is crazy is that he puts up all that he does while being one of the few who can shoot off the dribble. You know, most other guys, Clark, at his level, are catch-and-shoot guys.
No, he's remarkable with his ability to shoot it off the bounce. Just a really pure stroke. One of the purest in the history of the league, in my opinion. A chance to tie it with 16 or move ahead.
He can only afford 2 more misses. He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses. Not fun. Oh, and with that miss, he's out.
Unlucky here in the final round.
Yeah, just couldn't get any momentum moving forward.
He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Well, when you have a stretch where you miss 8 in a row, I mean, you're leaving so many points out there, and there's almost no way to recapture your momentum at that point. You lose confidence.
He knows how many points it's going to take to be crowned the champion. Let's see if he can get it done.
And one thing about the three-point contest is you can really see how the pressure builds as it goes along. In the first 20 years of this event, only 5 winners topped the 20-point mark in the final round. And one of them sitting right here.
Yeah, that was a fun day, Clark. But, yeah, I think the key is you've got to get off to a good start because it can snowball on you if you miss a lot in those first 2 racks.
That's 7. 8 more points for him to tie it up. 2 racks remaining.
Great mechanics there.
4 more points and it's time. Good for 13. 3 points more to tie it. He's at 14. He posts a score of 14. And so that will do it. What a tremendous performance. And of all the great talent assembled here today, a great achievement indeed to take home the three-point contest championship trophy.
It was a great event. There's always so much excitement packed into the three-point contest.
Yeah, no question, Clark. Those were some real theatrics we saw out there today.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's three-point contest had it all. And it was our pleasure to bring it to you. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, thank you, everyone, and good night. Welcome, everyone. This is All-Star Action, folks. Kevin Harlan happy to be here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Up next, the Sprite Slam Dunk Contest. And there is no shortage of extreme, outstanding, wonderful dunking ability in this building right now, folks.
And when you have this kind of talent and everybody wants to have a good time, you know it's going to be a show.
Indeed, Clark, and who doesn't love the dunk contest? I mean, it's always one of the most anticipated.
Oh, that was sweet.
That was real nice. Threw it out in front of him, and then went and got it and went reverse on.
Nice finesse dunk there.
He had the power, though. He lacked a little bit of the power I like to see in that. But it was still a heck of a move, but I would like to see a little more force on that.
It was so clean, though. It was so
clean, but I need clean and power.
And so here's Parker now. First attempt for him. He's the second dunker of the night here. We'll see what he brings. He covered his eyes. He covered his eyes. He covered his eyes.
He went to the forearm blindfold.
Oh, my goodness.
And the 360 is actually about a 200 degree. It wasn't a full 360. It was a little north of 180.
Thank goodness he took geometry.
I give him about a 240 on that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
240 degrees.
That is good stuff, Clark.
And a nice little forearm blindfold, too.
You got it.
Yeah, I like it.
And so here's Maverick now. Now our third contestant looking to move into first. Well, let's see what he's got here, Clark.
Yeah.
Whoa. Where did you get that?
You go through the legs or around the back there?
Through the legs.
Yeah, through the legs, spinning away.
Yeah.
the legs and over your shoulder to grandmother's house we come.
Yeah.
And here we go with Andrew Wiggins. No one yet really has grabbed this crowd.
Well, there's a terrific opportunity, a golden one, as a matter of fact. He can come in and grab the momentum. That could serve him well.
Yeah, no question. I mean, the crowd is just waiting. It's like they're
all right, Clark. Oh, man. Oh, gosh, disaster.
Yeah, not enough elevation there, Kevin. I mean, I didn't mean to laugh, but...
Oh, well, you did laugh.
I know, but not enough elevation.
Make sure we pass that on to him in the locker room as he's sitting there, you know, in tears.
yeah.
Thanks, Clark.
Come on, Clark.
Mavericks got a close contest with the pair of players, so we'll see Mr. Clutch. We'll see if he can step it up here on his second attempt.
I don't think he can afford to hold anything back, Kevin. He needs these points, so he's got to come right.
Yeah, anything less than his best effort right here, and I think he's going to fall out of the competition.
What's he got
Check
here,
this
Clark?
out. Check this out.
A lot of torque here, Clark. A lot of
Good
torque.
torque, good torque. He didn't take it through his legs. He just kind of added it, faked it, kind of like the fake behind the back pass. He tapped it and then threw it down, and he lost a little elevation there. Yeah, he lost some elevation there. So he didn't get the same thrust that you like to see on the throwdown.
Tiring, you know what it is?
Yeah, it is exhausting. I'm getting tired watching
I know.
that.
Think how much energy you got to put out there to do what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
And so here's Parker now. Back to our second dunk. Let's see what he's got the second time around. What do he's got going on here, Clark? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's a windmill from the floor.
I'm paying to watch that. Yep. That is good stuff. And so here's Maverick now. The third dunker in the lineup. He's lining. Oh, that was a pretty play. Look at that. How can he
and then took it down below the waist.
How does he control the ball like that?
Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, you got to have a strong set of mitts. I like the little dance after.
Yeah, some fancy footwork, real nice.
And here we go with Andrew Wiggins, finishing our second cycle through the dunkers. He's back for more.
Good effort, but this came up short. This came up short on the execution there, Kevin.
Brutal.
Yeah,
slipped loose.
Yeah, that was a hard one to watch.
Mavericks got a very tight race here with three players all trying to come out on top.
Somebody's going to need to pull off something really special to get fans' approval here. They've raised the bar on themselves.
Yeah, one dunk is what it's going to come down to. One of these guys has to pull off something really special.
So we'll see Mr. Clutch back to the top of the order. Third and final round. What's he got here, Clark?
Check this out.
Oh,
He goes through a ball here.
Yeah.
Out of the cartwheel.
Yeah.
The moonwalk.
He moonwalked.
Cartwheels through a ball. He had two of them down, cartwheel between them, and took the last one.
How about that?
Wow. And so here's Parker now.
high toss here, high bounce, and then a pretty good catch. A little maneuver mid-air on the catch.
Yeah.
Got it with one and then put two hands on it. So,
Okay.
little pity pat. We call that a pity pat dunk.
Yeah, okay.
One hand, the second hand got on it. And good elevation, but nothing ear splitting there.
And so here's Maverick now. Second from last, his final dunk of the night.
Another one of these efficient, high-powered dunks without much of a launch pad.
He's tired.
I like the post dunk dance though. That's strong. Yeah, you got a little nice little hop skip. Yeah, that's part of it too. Now you got to include the post dunk celebration.
See, now that's when I would have given anything to see you do that. You in this dunk dance, what would your dance be? Now I know you're a great slow dancer, but what kind of?
I have no idea, man. Come back to me on that one.
And here we go with Andrew Wiggins. Last up, final dunk of the night. Oh, he couldn't get that one to go.
Yeah, he tried to eat more than he could handle there.
Bet you're familiar with that concept.
Hey now, Steve, when a fella's got to eat, a fella's got to eat. And we have a winner after a Sprite dunk contest for the ages. You can't say enough about the aerial show put on by this year's champion, Mr. Clutch.
And what a job he did to pull out the biggest, baddest, flashiest champ. He earned the title of dunk champion for sure.
No question, Clark. I mean, this was a fantastic event. Really exceeded my expectations. Just an amazing display of leaping raw power.
And we got just what we've come to expect from the dunk contest. Excitement and